pages into the album. Let's go ahead and put some magnets on so we can keep some of this safely closed while we're putting in the pages. So for this flap here, horizontal flaps, so I want this one on the inside, this one on the outside. So I have the basic gray large. You're going to want 1 minus and 1 plus. These are real easy if you've never used these before. Stick the metal to metal. So you have your sticker paper here. And I'm just going to peel the paper off one side. It doesn't matter if it's the plus or the minus at this point. And I'm going to lift my flap. I'm going to place it in here so that I'm at least 3/4 of an inch from the edge so that paper can cover it really well. Then go ahead and peel the backing off the other side here that's stuck together. The two magnets are stuck together at this point. Get your sticky, then close your flaps and make sure they line up, and just press that down and then lift up gently. You don't want to pull your sticky loose. I say gently, and then usually they just pop right up. Well, these guys don't want to separate today. They're stuck together good. There we go. Now, to keep that from happening as you're working on your book, take a piece of score tape. Use the 3/8 inch side and just cover the magnet with some tape just to secure it while you're working. And then you will pull this backing off and actually use the adhesive up this score tape to help attach the papers down onto the magnets really well. So just do that. Okay. So there's that one on page set 1. So now this is going to attach here. So I'm going to put a magnet on one side, on each side in the corners. So that should work. So we're going to need 2 sets, 2 more sets. Two pluses. Okay. Magnets, so doesn't matter which side, we're just going to, it's going to be covered with patterned paper. So I'll put this down about right here on each corner of this piece. I think this is going to work. Right here. And attach our magnets, opposing ones. And let's peel the backing off of both of these. Of course, this will be covered with patterned paper, and then there will be cut apart or patterned paper on the other side as well for photo mats. So let's look at this and just try to center it the best we can. With the magnets on the left top and bottom. Okay, that's that. So I'm going to lift them up so I can put tape on them so they don't come off until I get them patterned. Okay, so there's the magnets now. I think that's all that we need. Put the pages in. That should hold those just nicely. I am going to use score tape because it's easier to remove it with undo if I get them in crooked than it is glue. You can't, glue's going to tear it up. I like to use glue because of its strength. Let me recap this. But for this, score tape is going to be our friend in case we make a mistake. We're just going to burnish it really well to make sure it sticks good. So you take your first page. You're going to want to make sure that the hinge, this is the page, This is the flip up. It's to your left. So fold it back. And let's put the score tape on just the one side. I'm using 3/8 because my hinge is a 1/2 inch. So tape does not go all the way up to the edge of each side. So 3/8 works great. 1/2 inch would hang over. Okay. So take your big bone, your heavy bone folder, and let's just really burnish that really good. So that it sticks on that one side, and then when we put it in, we'll burnish it good too. So that one's ready. Now then, this 1/2 inch is your spacer, and it's going to go right up against the fold, not over the fold, but right up against it. This page is 10. This is 10 and a half. So we want a 1/4 inch. On the pencil, and a 1/4 inch in the top. And the bottom. So I'm going to mark it. Right line right here. Just a little bit. It's just kind of so I can see, because this is what's going to keep it in straight. So peel off a little bit of your tape. And fold it. Let's see, it's going down like this. Fold it out. Put it this way. Like that. Now then, take your book and hold it up. I'm going to turn it this way towards me so I can see the fold line really well there. Hold it back, and I'm going to line this up to that pencil mark. Which one? So one, I may have to move it a little bit. This first one is your main one. So you want that right there along that fold. Go ahead and fold it down and press and pull that off. Whoops. I don't like that when I say whoops. There. Came over just a little bit too far right there on the edge. Okay. So that's where we burnish it now. Fold it up, and we've got our page in. So it's nice. Look, check it out. It looks pretty straight. Okay. Put page 2 in. I have my score tape on, so I'm just going to peel a little bit of it off right here at the top, like I did on the first one. And see here, bring it out this way. I have to think for a minute because we're just putting this hinge down. So here in the up against the fold of page 1, page set 1, we're going to butt up this 1/2 inch hinge right up against it. I need more sticking out here. I have my ruler here kind of in the way, so let me move it up. But anyway, line it up so that it goes straight in against that 1/2 inch right there. So I'm going to attach it down on this end, pull my tape, and get it in nice and even at the top and the bottom, so then you burnish it really, really well. And it's standing up because that I don't have a magnet on that back side. But anyway, there it is. So it's in. So now we're ready to continue putting page set 3 in, and then we'll have all our pages in our album. Open this away, and what that will do is leave us a 1/2 inch space here between the fold of the book. So let me pull this tape off. Turn this around again so we can maybe pull it down this way to see it better, because it's got to go, turn it this way. It's got to go just off of that fold here. You don't want it to go too close, too tight. So that's where it's going to go, right there. It should fit right in there. Just press it down. Make sure it lines up good. And then pull your tape backing off. Okay, burnish. Okay, and here's the last page set. So this pocket that we already had made is going to be a horizontal one, and I'm going to put it on the back of page set 1. Because I do want a horizontal one, and I already have a vertical one in page set 3. So this one I'm going to put to the outside. Now I also want to say that the pages turn okay, but until I get a magnet here for this one, she's catching right up here. I may have to trim just a little bit off, I'm not sure. I think when the magnets get in, it's going to be okay, but pay attention to that when you're folding. In fact, I'm going to see if I can just flatten it down and make it do a little bit better like that. So I may not need that 1/4 inch gusset there. So just be careful with that one until you get it all patterned and the magnet on. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the back of this pocket. And get that stuck down. Burnish these really well. Okay, so that pocket is in, and now we made a couple of booklets, trifold booklets. This is not going to be all that's going to go in our book, but I'm just slipping them in right now. I have this little bitty one I made out of a scrap, so I'm just sticking it right there. So that's the album with the 3 page sets in. Oops, going the wrong direction here on my camera. There we go. 3 page sets in. It's all finished, so I'm ready to add some patterned paper. Now I am going to do that off camera. And again, I'm using Carta Bella's Oh Happy Day, and I will show you after I get it all patterned what I've done, and also any add-ons that I've made, like smaller pockets or photo mats, flip outs, and everything like that. And again, be very careful with this one right here until you actually get it into the book correct. I mean, until you get it patterned and your magnets on. So you don't want it bending it until you're ready or have it all finished. So there you go, and I'll be back after I've done a lot of work on this album to show you. Right now I'm going to show you what I plan to do with my inside covers. So first of all, on the front one, I have taken a piece of the White Artisan Cardstock, and I cut it down, one that is cut down to 3 3/8 wide by 10 3/4 tall. Then you want to be sure and score your 11 3/8 side at a 1/2 inch, and also at a 10 7/8. Now, if that makes you uncomfortable, because that's going to leave you a 1/2 inch, you can flip and score it the other way. I've already cut mine, but you can score the other side of a 1/2 inch. Then you want to turn and score your 10 3/4 inch side, just one score at a 1/2 inch. Then you will cut your corners here where they intersect for your, this is like a pocket. I'm calling it a pocket sleeve for the inside front cover. You fold these down. I also cut just at a slant these right here so they don't hang up at the top. So that is out of white, and this is going to go right here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Bring it down to the bottom where it goes. Make sure it stays within any area. I kept it away from the 1/2 inch here. So I'm going to stick it down right there. Grab my glue. If you want to use score tape, that's fine. See if I can get my glue started here. So put glue on the back of the hinges on all 3 sides. And then I'm going to make an element out of cardstock that is going to slide into this sleeve. And if that is more than what you want to do for your particular album that you're working on, you can certainly leave that off if you choose. Make sure I get this down straight. And then you could just treat this as a pocket to store things in if you wanted to. You could cut a notch in it, or you could just use it for layout and add a pocket down here. There's many ways that you could do that. So you don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing for this, but I want to show you my idea and what I plan to do for this page. So before I go into